Next we will do the cart page. So let's get started. For the cart page, I will create a separate folder inside views, new folder, call it cart, and inside that I will create a new file which is called cart page dot, and I will take a stateless widget, call it cart page. We will return scaffold as always, and we have an app bar right here which is similar to this one and this one. We have made app bar common class to make it reusable, so we will use that app bar right here, but there won't be any cart icon. Let's see how we can do that. So first of all, let us use it. The title will be cart. When the user clicks on this cart icon, it should take the user to the cart page. So we already know how to navigate. So from home page, let us copy this code, and from our app bar common class, we have a cart icon. We will wrap it in equal so it is clickable, and when the user click on it, we will take them to the cart page. Now in our home page, we are not using app bar common. It was a custom app bar, right? So let me make this cart icon clickable as well. Hit save. Now if I click on the cart icon, it should take me to the cart page. Let's see. Great, it takes me to the cart page. Now in the cart page, there won't be any cart icon. Question is, how can we remove this? So we have to make the app bar common class a little more dynamic like this. So this icon is coming from these actions right here. So we can take a variable right here and say action, or you can call it anything you like, and I will add it here. Now I am not going to make it required because I want it to be nullable if necessary, meaning I won't force it to get value all the time everywhere I call this app bar common class. For the action, it can be just null value. So what I mean by that is, right here I will write a condition. I will say if widget.action is equal to null, meaning if we don't pass any value from other file, in that case it will show this array right here, meaning if we don't pass anything, it should by default show this card icon. But if we don't pass if we pass something, in that case show what is passed. I will explain again. but looks like I am missing something. Let me see what is wrong. We can write the condition here. If that is the case, we can write the condition here and say, if we don't pass any value, by default you show this icon. Otherwise, show the value that we have passed. Now, I think you are not familiar with this icon. Now, a few seconds ago, I have written it this way, but when I saved it, Flutter corrected the code and made it something else. So I want you to understand this code that I made. So what this means, if I explain to you, you know if-else condition, right? You know how to use if-else condition. This is completely similar to if-else, but we cannot use if-else inside widgets, but we can use these operators. This is called ternary operators, I believe. So instead of using if-else, we are saying if this is equal to null, then you do this, else you do this. So this is like else, and this is like the if. Okay, so what we are saying right here, if the action, we don't pass any action, then by default you show this icon. Otherwise, the action that is passed, you show it that. So I think you're still confused. Let me show you something from the cart page. From the cart page, I will pass a value to the actions variable that we just created, and I will pass just a simple text and call it anything. And if I hit save right now, it shows this text, because in our condition we said if we pass something, then you show, otherwise you show it this way. Now, like I said few minutes ago, Flutter corrected the code, so we used it this way at the beginning. There is another way to write this, which is this way, using this double question mark. So it is like saying if widget.actions exist, meaning some value is passed, then you show it. Otherwise, you show it what is outside, what is the other side of this double quotation mark. It is the same thing. So anyway, from the cart page, we passed this text to the action variable. That's why it is showing the text that we passed. But from the, if we go to this page right here, this is the source page. From the source page, we didn't pass anything in the action like we did in the cart page. Let us go to the source page. We didn't pass anything to the action. We didn't pass anything. So what is happening in the source page is, since we didn't pass anything, it is going to show this icon right here. Okay, enough talking. I believe you understand it now. If you don't, please rewatch again. So let us go to the cart page, and instead of passing a text, we won't pass anything. Just anything, just empty. So if I pass this, just a quotation mark like this, it is nothing, so it don't show anything here, which is wait a minute, it is saying type string is not a subtype of widget. So that means I have to pass a widget. in this action, otherwise it will throw error. So I cannot use double quotation. I can pass an empty container. That will also work. Let us remove this const. Let me restart. And right now it is showing an empty container, so we don't see anything right here, which is similar to our design, right? Okay, next we have this section, the product section. So let us do that. Outside the app bar, we will have the body just like before. We will take a container, and then we will take a padding, horizontal padding, as in search or symmetric, horizontal 20, and in the child we will take a column, and in the column, first thing we will do is make the design for the product. So this is a row. Inside that row we have an image, and then do text, and then these icons and text. So first thing, we have to take a row. Inside that row we have an image with some border radius. We already know how to use border radius with image. We did it in here inside the product details page. So let us go to the product details page and copy that code. This is the code. I'll simply paste it, and for the radius we don't want it to be circular, so I will decrease it to maybe 10 or even less, maybe 5. Okay, so after the image we will have two texts in a column. So let us take a column, let me copy any text that I have already made and paste it here. And replace the string with this. Let me save. It is going to be font weight bold and font size maybe 16. And right after this we will have another text, which is a price. You already know how to use $sign as a string. You have to use backslash just before the $sign, and we will decrease the font size to maybe 13. Font weight is going to be normal. The color is going to be this orange color right here. We have used this orange color before. If you remember, we have used this color here and here and in many places. So instead of using this color code everywhere, what can we do? Remember, we have made a file called constant colors. We can take another variable, give it any name, and change the color code. Now we can use this variable anywhere we like. So if we do it this way, let's say we have many pages in our application, and in future, uh, the client or your job, it says we have to change this color to a deep orange or something. Then you will have to go to all the pages, find the color, and then change it. But if we do it this way, we can simply go to this variable and change the color code from here, and it will be changed to everywhere in your application. So that is the benefit of using this color this way. Now you can go ahead and change the color code of this orange color that we have used everywhere. You can change it to this variable. I'm not going to do this. Let us focus on this one right now. So I will use some spacing between the text. Size box height maybe 4. And the column, I will say cross-axis alignment should be at start. And there should be spacing between the image and the text. I will use 10. I will decrease the height and width of the image as well, because I think it's too much right now. So 50-50 maybe. Okay. Next we have this this section right here, but it will be at the end, at the very right side, and we already know how to push something to the right side. If we put these 3 things in expanded, and then we use this outside the expanded, it will be at the very right side. So we have seen it few times. Let us do that now again. So this is the row. This is the row that has everything, these 3 things. We will wrap this in another row, because inside this row we will need to make this section as well. So these things are in a row. I will wrap this row in expanded. And outside this expanded, I will have to make another row for this section, because as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 elements are in a row. So for them, I will have to take another row outside the expanded. The first thing we have is this icon. It is called icons.remove circle. If we didn't have this icon in default Flutter SDK, we could simply download this icon as SVG and then use it right here. We already know how to do that. But since we have the icon in Flutter SDK, we don't have to download it. So after the icon, we will have a simple text. I will copy it and paste it. And the text will be just a value, an integer value I will put 2 for now. The color is going to be black. If I hit save, you can see it's like this. We will style it and make it better in a second. After the text, we will have another icon, which is icons.add, add circle. Hit save. Okay. And after that, we will have this delete icon, but there is a lot of spacing between. So first of all, let me take the sized box and width maybe 10, and then we will take the icon. The icon is called delete. It's same. We have the icon. Now let us make it look better. First thing is the icon color. The icon color is going to be this. I'm sorry, I put the color in text. This is not the icon. I have to put the color right here. Also, the icon color will be changed right here as well. There will be spacing right here. Before and after the text. And the text will be bigger than this. Now, if you notice, this icon and the icon just I made is nowhere close. Right? It looks completely different. And that is because this is not the background that I selected, and inside the gray is for the inside element that I used. So in this case, since the default icon it doesn't let you change the color of the inside element, so what you can do, you can download this icon as SVG and use it in your project for learning purpose. You can go ahead and do that, but I am not going to do it because I have already showed you how to use SVG that way. So it will be a waste of time to show you that again. So for now, I will keep it this way. Instead of using this color, I will use less gray color like this. If you don't know how I just did that, you see this color box right here. VS Code lets you change the color from the editor as well. So you can click on this color box and then you can pick any color you like. So I will use something less gray. This is more like white. If I hit save, well, maybe a little more gray. Fine, I will just copy and paste it for the other icon as well. Okay, also for the delete icon, this icon doesn't look like the icon we used in our Figma. So you can go ahead and download this one as SVG and then use it here. I'm not going to do it, but I will change the color of this icon to red. And maybe I will show you another thing, which is we can make the icon white. We can make our icon white and give it a circular background, which is simple. All you have to do is trap your icon in a container, and to make circle you have to use box decoration. Inside box decoration you can use the shape to circular, but before that let me remove this const. It is showing error. Anyway, so in this container you can say shape box shape dot circle, and it will have a circular shape. But right now you won't see anything because I have to use a color to the container. I will use this red color right here. And for the icon, I will use white color. If I hit save, you will see something like this. Let us use padding around the container. Now that is looking a little better. Maybe we will decrease the font size. Sorry, the icon size. I will decrease it to maybe 15 or maybe 17. Okay, you can play with it. Now let's not waste our time there. Let me increase the spacing right here a little. Okay.